Hi everybody, today is Tuesday, November 11, 2025. I have written a piece about the legal principle of presumed innocent until proven guilty is a cornerstone of Pejman Jamshidi's case. I have posted this entry in my blog, so you could go over there, check it. So the link will be in the description of this video clip. You could click on it and check it, see what's it, how to read more, to look at some of the pictures if you have question and see what's happened. It was about maybe 12 days ago. Pejman Jamshidi was going some issues in Iran, and he came to Canada. So that's the part that we are exploring, and some individuals who, two of them are lawyers, one of them is saying I'm an activist, so I don't know what kind of activist it is, so saying that Pejman Jamshidi must be apprehended by the police to face prosecution. These two lawyers are saying we're gonna prosecute him in Canada. I'm like, wow, two lawyers who passed the bar exam, they did articling, and they have no idea what they're talking about. They're so gullible. Okay, and I don't know Jamshidi. Who's Jamshidi? Pejman Jamshidi is not family related. I have no connection, but the rule of law must be respected. And people who know the law, they shouldn't be using their title like lawyer to deceive people. That's a key issue. So, a former soccer player and a current actor for the state media of the Islamic Republic of Iran has been accused of imposing his will on a woman. This accusation has resulted in his apprehension by law enforcement and the filing of charges by the Crown Attorney. This had taken place in Iran. So far, this is a statement of fact, no more, no less. Following this development, Jamshidi fled to Turkey and then to Iran, to Toronto, Canada, where he is staying with his sister. Saeed Dehkhan and Kaveh Shahruz claim to be practicing lawyers in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. The Law Society of Ontario, previously known as the Law Society of Canada, has recognized them as licensed lawyers who have passed the bar exam. Activist Siamak Tahmasebi is advocating for the arrest and prosecution of Jamshidi in Toronto. It is essential to understand that in Canada, police departments, including the Royal Canadian Mounted Police or RCMP, are largely legally restricted from making arrests outside their designated area, so outlined in Section 495 Criminal Code of Canada. Okay, let's say the mission has RCMP detachment, and someone commits a crime in Abbotsford. Mission RCMP has no legal jurisdiction in Abbotsford. Abbotsford Police Department has the legal authority to make an arrest inside Abbotsford. It is the same way. If something happens in Mission, okay, someone commits a crime in Mission, Abbotsford Police Department cannot involve it itself. Okay, so what happens? Let's say someone in Abbotsford commits a crime and comes to Mission. At that time, Abbotsford Police Department, with the escort of RCMP, they could come to Mission to make an arrest and they go back. That's how it works. So, Jamshidi was accused of a crime in Iran, not Canada. Thus, Canadian law enforcement does not have the legal jurisdiction to make an arrest. In the criminal code, false imprisonment is categorized under the offense of kidnapping and unlawful confinement as defined in Section 279. Forcible confinement specifically refers to unlawfully confining or imprisoning someone against their will as stated in Section 279, subsection 2. Consequently, if a police officer were to arrest Jamshidi, it would be deemed as unlawful arrest. Therefore, the arrest could be considered as a false arrest. The involved police department and police officer or officer responsible would face substantial liability for false arrest, which is concerned a serious tort, civil law, tort. This occurs when an individual is intentionally confined against their will without legal justification. To succeed in a claim for false arrest, the plaintiff must demonstrate that they were completely deprived of their liberty, that this deprivation was against their will, and that the defendant directly caused this deprivation. It is essential to note that this tort differs from the criminal concept of false arrest and is often referred to as false imprisonment, which can lead to potential confusion. Jamshidi's legal status in Canada remains uncertain. It is unclear whether he is a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen. The presumption of innocence, a fundamental principle enriched in Canada's Constitution and specifically outlined in Section 11D for the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, is central to this complexity. This principle holds that any person charged with an offense is considered innocent until the state, in this case they will say Regina, proves their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in a fair and public hearing. The burden of proof lies with the government, not the accused. Canada has closed its embassy in Ottawa to the Islamic Republic of Iran due to the death of Zahra Kazemi while she was in the custody of security forces in Iran. This closure complicates the possibility of extraditing Jamshidi to Iran. Questions have been raised regarding the legitimacy of Saeed Dehqan and Kaveh Shahruz's claim of being practicing lawyers. According, there is confusion surrounding Siamak Tahmasabi's role as an activist seeking to have Jamshidi apprehended and prosecuted in Canada. This uncertainty underscores the need for clarity and resolution in this complex case. The individuals mentioned have exhibited a lack of competence in their statements. Thank you.